today to talk about our stitching and other stuff. We're now in August. Yeah. Well, happy August if you're watching us like real time. We're getting closer to fall, which is now I'm starting to feel ready. Last time we Flosstubed a couple weeks ago, I was like, no, summer, I need summer. But now I think I've been doing a lot of school planning.
She told me today, is it almost time for school to start?
Well, because she had just heard in the background, my girls, is it time yet?
Yeah.
Anyway, if you're new watching us, we're a mother and daughter Flosstube channel where we talk about cross stitch, but other goodies. And we're both right now in Washington State, but on different sides of the state. So we have always done this over Zoom, except when we're lucky enough to be together.
Well, we're going to be together in a couple of weeks. We'll have to, even if it's not the right time.
Oh, we should record either way.
Yeah.
I think it is a weekend when we would record, so we will be
together.
It
is, yeah, we'll be together.
We'll tell you later. So Mimi's coming here to visit.
Oh, sorry.
Why?
Oh.
I told them, but she just can't remember, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Well, because so I have 3 daughters and they all craft as well. So I think a couple of them are going to show their progress today. But we have watched the movie Mamma Mia, you and me, for years, pretty much every summer. We've maybe missed a summer, but for the most part, we've watched that musical.
Yeah.
It's just a fun tradition. And Liddy is 13 and a half this year. So I thought it's a little grown up with some themes, but we watched the Marvel movie, yeah, I think it's time. So she gets to join in on the tradition. Millie's over here making pleading, crying, sad faces because she wants to be included. But I said next year when she's 13, she can. Yeah. So we'll space it out. I think she's worried that she won't get to do it with you if you guys have moved to Indiana.
Oh, well, can we do it? Can we do it what people did during 2020 if we have to? Like didn't people like do watch parties?
We could see if we could figure out how to do that. Yeah, we'll see.
Not quite the same, but it's better than not.
I know. And I said, either way, at that point, the 3 of us can watch it, even if we can't figure out a way for you to watch it. She'll be in the tradition as well.
Being on the tradition. And little Rosie bringing up the caboose. I'll have to wait a couple
more years. I know. I don't know what she'll do. Maybe I'll send her out with Daddy that year to do something fun. I don't know. Maybe she'll just go to bed early. I don't know. Anyways, that won't come over very well.
No.
I don't know.
Because they sleep in the same room too. So I'm sure she's not used to going to bed by herself that would be really odd for her.
No, and they're so close in age that we don't have staggered bedtimes. They're just she just bad times have just kind of grown all together as a family. So
yeah.
I know. It was funny because I had a friend here with 5 kids last week. And she put her little one to bed. And I was like, oh, how strange, to remember that, a lot of families have, they put their littler one or little one, and then the next one. We just
did. You probably did with Rosie when she was really little, didn't you? They didn't all go to bed at the same time when she was a baby.
Well, I mean, when she was a tiny baby, but I think by the time she was in a toddler bed, the other girls were still so little that it was probably just kind of still early bedtime.
Yes.
Liddy, my oldest, is only 3.5 years older than my youngest. So I have Liddy, who's 13 and a half, and Millie, who's 12, and Rosie, who's just turned 10. Millie and Rosie just turned 12 and 10. So
that's true.
They probably just, and then as Liddy got older and Millie got older,
Rosie
Rosie
got to benefit from.
Rosie gets the less times. I don't know. Is it a benefit to get less sleep? I don't know. They still sleep 12 hours a night, 10 to 12 hours a night. So I don't worry about it. But anyways, we're not here to talk about that.
So we stitch, we knit, the girls stitch, the girls knit.
We stitched. I don't think anybody did any knitting at our house this week. The last week.
I did a little bit of knitting. A little bit, yeah.
That we did do quite a bit of stitching. So I thought we could let Millie go first and then Liddy. Yeah. And then we have a featured friend this week.
Yes, let's see what my girls have got going.
Take your hoop off so that you can see the whole thing. She's right here by me. It's hard. I'll help you put it back on if you need. She got her knee. Oh, it's not that hard. She said it's hard when I told her to take it off. It's not that hard.
Hard.
Doesn't really need help. Millie and Liddy are we're hoping to enter something into the fair, our local county fair. So Millie has been working hard on this piece.
And your fair is middle of September?
It's middle of September. I think we need to enter by the end of August. I can't remember the date. I think I need to look and figure that out. Sorry. Austin is calling me, and I had
Really? Tell him, why isn't he at my house painting my ceiling?
Oh, okay. No, I'll tell him that later. Hang on, I gotta go back.
Be here at 2.
There we are. Is he supposed to be at your house painting your ceiling?
He was hoping to come around 2.
Did you hear the phone ring through the camera? Or not? Oh, it did? Oh, sorry everybody that happened. For Pete's sake.
I just turned my volume off here. Okay.
Okay. Well, we still have Millie to share. Show us what you've been doing. What's this?
The mushrooms.
Mushroom forest. Mushroom forest. By Tiny Modernist, right? Here you go.
Yes.
So here, put this behind because I think sometimes it makes fun. There you go. A dog. What?
Wow.
Closer every day.
Yes, you are. That's a lot of progress.
We had a couple of comments here, I'll tell you. I'll read you the comments while you're here. Let's see. Let's see. I might miss somebody's, but I'll just scan. Your daughter, Luana, says that your daughter's haircut is adorable. You only need gel to scrunch it up and the curls will hold. And that's what you did today, and it looks good. It was even more like curly. I think some of the gel scrunched out. Norma Jean says, Millie, your mushroom piece is coming along beautifully. Love your haircut as well. Let's see. I think it was new last time.
It was new, yeah.
Emily Call, whose project I'm going to show today that I'm working on, says, I love seeing what your daughters are working on. Also love your daughter's haircut. Would be super cute scrunched with gel. Everybody's on the same wavelength about your hair. And let's see. Gail, no, let's see. She talked about something else. Okay, those are the ones from this last video that commented to you. So do you want to say thank you or anything like that?
You know who she looks like sometimes to me right now? My Aunt Vicky.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't really know Aunt Vicky enough to
just see pictures of, not Aunt Vicky now, but my aunt, pictures of when she was a kid.
Huh.
I don't know what it is, but I'm just looking at her. I don't know if they have the same mouth. They both are redheads.
Uh-huh.
It's part of it. But I don't know. There was something about the way she was looking just now.
Find a picture of Aunt Vicky.
I'll have to find some pictures of Aunt Vicky. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. It just really struck me. I thought, that looks kind of like
your hair more than you did at first now? Yeah, at first, I don't remember if we talked about this.
She wasn't happy about it the day that we recorded last time.
Well, because I think she had been trying to style it by blow drying it, and right? Or no? I don't remember what you were doing. I wasn't cool. You were doing it straight. I think she was styling it straight or something.
Oh no, you got to scrunch it.
She has curls. Curl and wave in her hair that it looks really cute.
It's cute. I wish I had a scrunch and go hair.
I know. Hers is a nicer. I have a little, but by the time, especially today, it was really humid here. We don't usually have humidity, but in the summer and now and then when we get rainstorms come through, which we are getting from you, and it's warm, we get that combination. It's not as humid as like, other parts of the country, but us, it's very
it's pretty ugly here today and yesterday. Super humid. We got like
42%, which is a lot for us.
I thought we can't just get a rainstorm in the summer. No, we just get this little
drizzles. We've had actual rainstorms, which is also unusual.
No,
beginning of August.
We get just a little spit here and there, just enough that the air is super humid and ugly. And I'm like, I want a good old thunderstorm if I'm going to have this humidity. Give me a rainstorm that actually will do something.
But we have the rainstorm and then the humidity because then all the water that comes down is evaporating back up because it's so warm, because it's like 84, which is actually cooler. The other day it was 90 and had rained, and it was.
Our humidity is right now, it's 53%.
Yeah, yours is usually higher than ours.
And it's 80 degrees out right now. So it's really luck. And your dad has the AC unit in the other room unplugged because he's painting in that window area. So I'm sitting in here
hiding.
Huh?
You don't have AC in that room. That's right.
No. And if I just sit, I'm fine. But if I was to get up and start moving around, it would just feel icky.
Yeah. Can you tell Liddy that if she wants to show, now would be a good time?
Come on, Liddy, show me what you're working on.
Like yell really loud because that'll blow your eardrums out who are watching on your TVs or devices. And then I'll show Linda Bazarski sent us in a featured friend. So I'll show that in a minute, but maybe I'll kill time by talking about it. So we're going to show a featured friend. And if you haven't watched this before or whatever, we love to show what other people are working on because it's different than what we like often stitch, or we get ideas, or it's just really amazing to watch people like Linda pops out finish after finish after finish. So I'm going to show hers in a minute, but I'll let Liddy show first. Okay, tell us your story, your sad story. Your sad story. Maybe. I don't know if you need to fix it. Maybe you can get opinions from commenters.
Are you doing your hair different today? Your hair doesn't have the flip that it normally has.
What happened? What's happening with your hair? Your hair.
You changed your hair.
Curled.
Oh, you normally curl it in the front?
Huh? Normally she washes it. She didn't have time to shower this morning before church. So normally she washes it, puts it in product, blow dries, and then uses it.
Got it. I just thought, oh, it looks different today.
It's just straight. Okay. But it's so cute. Okay.
Yeah, it's cute.
Tell us what you're working on and what happened. Strawberry cow. Strawberry cow. Another tiny modernist. I love this piece. I think we really
Strawberry cow. Okay.
Both of them do. Getting old.
What's wrong with strawberry cow?
Okay. Well, what happened? Do you remember?
So I don't actually remember.
Okay, well, show where you're at and I can explain. So she did this black border. Hi.
We are recording right now.
I know. I love it. Hi, Liddy.
Dad coming on in his work clothes. Cute.
I'm really sorry about that. Okay.
Okay, so Liddy had done this border and then started the cow. Can you see the tail, the white? That's the tail of the cow.
Yep.
But then realized that the tail was too high up. She started it on this, like across from this black, and it should have been across from this black.
Oh, down. Okay, yeah.
So, or something like that. So what I ended up doing is I ripped out one little section of the top border and told her to fix it down here. But she didn't do that, I think. I don't really know what she did. I have to look at the pattern again.
I was discouraged by the fact that I had to do that, and so I put it away for a couple weeks, and then when I got back out again, I forgot that I
think that you could. I think that we can make it work without tearing anything out, because basically your cow will just be 4 stitches higher rather than looking like it's right above the border. It would just be a little above the border, so you would just have more of a gap.
Is it gonna mess up? Oh no, so she'll have room for her upper stuff.
So she could just stitch everything regularly, and then what I need to do is count to make sure she has enough room to stitch this normally, or if we need to add a couple of stitches at the top.
Oh yeah, because she hasn't done the top border yet, right?
Top border at all. No.
Well, that's great, because then she can.
I think we're just gonna do that, and then you don't have to rip anything out. I think you can just keep stitching your cow like normal.
Just don't do the top border until Mom looks at it.
Yeah, don't do the top border. I won't. But you can stitch everything normally with the cow, based off of the cow's counting, not your border. Okay.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be so cute. I love the strawberry.
Cute. It's super cute. I know why you liked it.
Those bright little colors in there. That's very you. So if you have suggestions, if she should fix it a different way, you can let us know. But I think that's what we're going to do. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. All right. So back to our featured friend. As I was saying, Linda finishes so many so quickly. I think she just is a fast stitcher. We've shown a few things that she's done, and they're always gorgeous.
And so they're big. They're not like little tiny things.
Yeah, they're not like, not like the strawberry cow, which is a square, which is big for her, but for me, that would be considered kind of a small.
Right.
These are not small. These are like full-on pieces. So she sent me a picture of a finish that she recently did called Rose Alphabet. Alphabet, not bit. Rose Alphabet. And it's by JBW Design. So I'll put the picture right here. she stitched this on fabric by Stephanie. It's a linen. Fabrics by Stephanie. And the name of the fabric is Tropical. And she stitched it 2/2. And I don't know if she used the called for colors, but I really love the colors of the threads.
Yeah, they're really pretty.
And oh, she converted all the colors. That's what she says. I just thought that said covered. I read it wrong. Sorry. So she did convert the colors, and she did an amazing job choosing pinks. I feel like.
Yes.
Super.
Yes. I would have thought that was just how it had been designed because it was perfect.
I know. It is gorgeous, and it is very rosy. Rose alphabet.
I was going to Google it and just see what it normally looks like.
Oh yeah. Yeah. If you find a picture, show us. Thank you for sending that, Linda. It's really gorgeous. I really always love to see what you're stitching. It's always something.
JBW, right?
JBW Designs, yeah. Rose alphabet.
That's floral. Sorry, that's not the right one. Whoops. Rose alphabet. Where is it?
Well,
I don't see alphabet in the round. Rose motif sampler?
here. Oh no.
Show it again. I bet this is it.
That rose motif sampler. Is that the one you just found too? I'm
Yeah, yeah. Your phone will
she
show
really
it
did
better.
convert I love that finish too. The pillow with the
That's super cute finish.
Yeah, so hers, I'll just show it again. I'm on my phone.
Oh
Really,
yeah.
really pretty.
And that fabric is perfect for it because it kind
I
of
know.
modeling.
Kind of has the green, blue,
Yeah.
pink.
Kinda.
Really nice choices. Linda, good job. Those are beautiful. Thank you for sending that in. If you have something that you would let us feature on our channel, you can email it to us, or she sent it on Instagram. Email is the most simple, but she has a hard time getting emails to come through to our account for some reason. So you can email a picture of your project, either finished or a WIP, to stitchandstuffxs@gmail.com. It's down below in the description box, and we love to see that. And I usually just go, first received is the one we show next. And I think I might have one more to go, but then we'll be all caught up. So
Okay.
to see what
Send us
you've got going on.
Send us your treasures. I've got a hummingbird out my window right now.
I finally hung my hummingbird feeder, and we've had two fighting over it all week.
I have one in the front, one on the back. So Grandpa's is the one in the back, and then
pretty.
I have the one out here in my office. This is my office. So yeah, it took him a while. I didn't hang him up.
It's a different one at each one.
There's the one that comes to the front is a tiny little one with a green head and a red on him, and the one that goes to the back, the one in the back is brown and he's bigger.
That might be a
my dad said that he read that they fight, here. Now some places hummingbirds don't fight, but the Washington hummingbirds are very territorial. And won't let other once they find a feeder, won't let another one come to it. But apparently after dusk, they tend to not be that way. But I'm not usually seeing mine. But the other night, so I have one hanging out right out here, and right below it is our faucet to water. And so I was going out to water the flower beds, and I heard this funny noise.
Tiny little chitter. Oh, their wings. Yeah.
It didn't chitter, but I have heard them chitter. And then I looked up, and all of a sudden it was right here in front of me, and his little wings were just flapping at me. Like I could have just reached out and grabbed him. Yeah. Anyway, it's a cute little thing.
There's an account I follow on Instagram. I think it's called like Birdman or something, and maybe there's numbers after it. But he has these little hummingbird feeders that are handheld.
Yes.
Have you seen those?
I've seen people,
and stand in his yard or on his patio, and hummingbirds will just come drink. I thought, oh my gosh, that's so cool. That would be really fun.
I saw a picture of a young girl sitting in a lawn chair or like a yard chair, and she's in a suit, and she's got like hummingbird feeder stuff attached to the hat and stuff, and they just flock around her. Yeah. Whoa. But they wouldn't hear because they would only let one come near you.
That is so interesting. I didn't realize they weren't so territorial elsewhere.
They're not, because you see those. Haven't you ever? In fact, I just saw a video yesterday of somebody's yard. I think it was Jennifer Ketterman, bluegrass stitcher. I think it was her Instagram. It was a feeder, and there were like 6 or 7 just flying around and drinking and
not chasing each other off.
Not really. No.
It's so interesting because here
Wow.
they definitely like one is dominant and spends its time protecting
And
them.
On Sarah's side of the mountains, yours leave in the winter, but ours stay for a really long time.
Yeah, ours migrate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm just going to show really quick as a bonus featured friend. My friend named Tolly saw my Snow Queen and loved it. And so I bought her the pattern. She asked, she was like, wanted it for her birthday or something. So I got her the pattern. And that's her progress on it. She's gotten far, really far. She's going to finish way before me, but she's a monogamous stitcher. And this is the first big project she's ever done. This is a really big one. And she realized her fabric was too small. So she's going to have to modify it. I don't know how she's going to modify it.
I don't know. That's good.
Her fabric is. She's so smart though. She's probably already got a plan.
She'll figure it out.
She's gonna figure it out, and it's gonna be great.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, well, what have you been working on? You want to show your?
I have a finish.
Oh, that's right. We should have showed that earlier.
Okay, so I was almost done with it last time we recorded. It is called Fall Posy. It's kind of washed out. I should probably brighten me up a little bit, maybe. See if I can get
A little lighter.
Is that better?
Yeah, I think so.
Just kind of.
Is there another brighter setting? Or you're on the brightest?
Well, I could do this.
Because also brighter will help your focus. Your maybe that's the issue. Maybe you need more light on your face.
Yeah, I made it brighter.
That looks good.
So, sad story about this. I really love it. And this designer, I got her stuff off of Etsy and with this one. And I had to
link it last time and I couldn't.
And I went to go look for, because there was a pine cone kind of winter one that I wanted, and she closed her shop in October last year, but I guess I missed that. And I messaged her asking if she is selling her patterns anywhere else, and she said no, she's not sure what she's going to do. And thanks for stitching. I even sent her a picture of it, and I don't have the winter one, so I'm not even going to tell you what her name is anymore because you can't go get it.
And kind of weird. Like, I feel like if somebody messaged me on Etsy for something that I like used to have and it was a digital file, I would consider like just selling, like PayPal me such and such or whatever.
I mean, we're talking, it was probably $5 for this little pattern. I mean, nope,
anyway.
Didn't offer anyway, but I really love it.
I was sad too, because I actually, when I went to go link it, I thought, well, maybe I'll just buy one of her other ones, like the shop's closed. She does still design for other things, but I can't remember.
She's designing for, I think she might be in Britain, World of Cross Stitch or whatever one of those British magazines are that are hard to find here in the States.
Yeah.
But since this is not available anymore, I am going to pass it on to Sarah and she can stitch it.
I'm totally going to stitch it. And
it's not available, so I don't think that's a copyright issue. Maybe it is, but
it is. I love that little pattern.
I'm a little pissy about it.
Yeah, you are.
Whoops. I don't know what happened to my hair today. It should be really bad.
Humid. It's probably humid.
I guess it's the humidity. Okay, so I am doing magazine monthly, but I don't think I've worked on, well, I did work on a couple things, but one of the things that Janet Jabber was talking about when I watched her last week was Arbitrary August. And she was just going to pull out pieces. So I pulled out a bunch of pieces and just put them all on a wheel. It didn't matter, just all kinds of pieces that I haven't packed yet. And one that got called the other night was my Bring Around the Rose Tree by Nora Corbett.
Your favorite.
Is this little cutie, these little girls dancing around the maypole.
Oh,
I've stitched her to there and I've got her down to here.
Oh, wow.
Well, not all totally. I mean, some of it's missing, but I worked on that sash.
Oh.
And that is several colors of blue and black, which I love.
Wow.
So, and then she's got a white dress, so it'll be really boring after I get done with that sash. It'll be a lot of white.
Have like checkers in it? I forget what it, like little floral.
Or
they're just white.
Yeah, they're beads.
Oh, beads. Oh, yeah, that's gonna be boring. You might want to like stitch on that a little and then go to somewhere else and come back.
go work on the girl next to
We're
her.
gonna finish it.
So I've done the tree from here over. So I've got the tree. That tree was a bugger.
Oh yeah, well there's a lot of counting, it looks like.
There's a lot of beads in here. It's gonna be gorgeous. I really do love it. It's just yeah. It's 4 girls. It's like 4 faces I have to do.
Yeah.
And some, well, one of them, they're not all front on views though.
Right.
Actually, the little blue girl, I don't do her face at all. Well,
Hardly.
just very little. So that was one thing. I just kind of touched a lot of different things this week, which made me kind of happy. Okay. One of the things Sarah and I, I'm sorry, I jiggled everybody, that Sarah and I have talked about is Melanie Watkins, the Soulful Stitcher, does 25/7, which is work on something 25 minutes, 7 days a week to kind of keep you going and keep your love for stitching. Not that my love for stitching goes away very fast, but I think that was one of the things that she was trying to, I think, get her stitching mojo back one time when she started it. So I decided, this is the advent calendar SAL that I had started a couple of years ago, and I showed it last week, and I've done 3 different starts on this thing. I'm trying to find the color picture though. Show you. Where did they put it? Yeah, oh, here it is. It's gonna be kind of hard to see, but it's a lot of stitching.
There's a lot.
And all 3 times I'm starting up here with that little Christmas cake or Christmas pie. And I've been working on that diligently, 25/7, pretty much every day. Get everything back in its spot. And I'm marching along here. So I was able to finish. I'm just got the rest of the pie pan. And there's a little bit of
That's fast.
ribbon.
You got through that fast.
I know. I even had to rip this whole candy cane out and start over on the candy cane. That candy cane was 1 stitch too close to that pinwheel candy, and you wouldn't think 1 stitch would matter. It looked horrible. I was going to leave it, and I thought, nope, I got to take that out. I don't like the way it was all scrunched. One stitch made all that difference.
Little stitch, but
I mean, I have some border to go, obviously.
Yeah.
It was interesting because the way the pattern is written is that, so at the bottom, you have this little seam of Santa and his rain, his sled and all that, but it's written like down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but somebody changed it and did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so that you end up with 24 down here right before the 25th.
Oh,
they kept the scenario, the seam's the same, they just changed the number.
Actually have numbers on it though.
Yeah, they do. It's hard to see. So there's a little number, you can't see them because they're in white.
So who changed it?
For the stitchers on Instagram that was doing the SAL with us.
Oh, I see.
So basically,
the pattern isn't changed. Are you going to do it that way then?
I'm going to do it that way. Just change the number because the number doesn't have anything to do with what the motif is. So instead of doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down to 25, I'm going to do 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so that you end up with 24, number 24 down here, which is the nativity.
Right. Wouldn't you anyways? Wouldn't you end up with 24 down there anyways? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I don't think it did come out that way. I don't know. Well, maybe you do.
Seems like you would, because you would have 4.
I guess you do. Yeah. I have to go back and look at it because what she said made more sense to me. But now you're right. That does end up with a 24. No. 12. Oh, because you're in columns.
You'd have 1 through 6, 7 through 14.
Yeah, I think it just, 16, I think, so you end up with, I don't have all the pages out here.
Oh, well, it doesn't. I mean, you can put whatever number on anywhere you like. I was just curious what appealed to you about
I think because 6 ends up down here. I don't know. I think it just made more sense to me to have
Oh,
your.
yeah, I think our advent calendars usually are like
I
top.
think it makes more sense to have the advent calendar going that way rather than this way.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that.
Anyway, I've been working on that, and you know, now that I've made it kind of a focus, I actually kind of enjoy working on it. I mean, I love the piece, but working on it was just because I think I had such a hard start with it.
Yeah. What you do?
And this fabric, I don't know. It's okay.
Yeah, you can have a couple.
And
Yeah.
then I worked on, this was a piece I started last fall. It's by a Ukrainian designer.
What are you doing?
I unfortunately don't have a colored picture.
Take a couple.
I don't have,
My peanut gallery over here.
I don't have a color picture of it, but I got this off of an Etsy shop called nonstopstitch.etsy.com. And her name is really hard to pronounce. Nahazada Nagernea. Anyway, it is this autumn girl, and I don't have a color piece, and backstitch is going to make it all.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
there's very heavy backstitching, but I've done all of this. I don't know if I showed maybe a little bit of that.
Maybe, but I don't even think so. I feel
Very
like
pastel-y. So she's got a leaf here, and then there'll be a big leaf here and some ground there, and then tons and tons of backstitching.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to do a before and after picture of the backstitching.
Yeah, you should.
There's blends. I mean, it's a typical Eastern. Hold.
Somebody at your door?
I think Austin's here.
Oh, Austin.
I think he's got Penny with him.
Oh. Well, if we need to pause.
Maybe Dad's gonna want to. Anyway, so then I also have worked on, so I've been working on Quakers each season. I've been doing the seasonal Quaker from Rosewood Manor. So I have one more month to work on summer Quaker. And I'm working right. Where am I working? Right here. This crazy.
You just started this summer, right? This was
yeah, I think I did. Yeah.
So.
I started it, I think I did a little tiny bit earlier, and then I didn't work on it anymore.
You have a special guest.
I have a special guest. Hi, Penny girl.
Hi, my sweetheart.
I got Sarah.
Hi.
Sarah on the computer.
Hello. What's on your shirt?
Ice
cream. Oh, there's Liddy.
Are you surprised? So if you're still watching us, this is Penny. We talk about Penny once in a while.
Yeah.
She's granddaughter number 4.
We can show a little and then I'll cut out. But if I pause it, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. What do you think?
Are you visiting?
What are you doing over here?
What's that?
That's my pick. That's my cross stitch. See, I made that.
Me.
That's you. Yeah. That's nobody. That's the screensaver. Your owie's almost all gone. Yeah. Oh, look at who's that. That's Teddy. You remember Teddy?
Who's Teddy? Hi, Teddy. Try to come over. Say hi.
Oh, there's Teddy. He's a little tiny doggy. There's you. There's me. Anyway, we were interrupted by Penny, but that's okay. I was talking about because we're the Keepin' It Real Stitchers. This is where I'm at. This is probably, I don't press these, but I did. Well, I think since we recorded last, I think I've done almost all of this. I might have done a little bit of the green, but
yeah, I can't remember. That's pretty.
Yeah, and I think the bottom of the page, I'm getting close to the bottom of page 1. Yeah, I have a little bit more viney to do, and then at the very top of the basket is the beginning. So I think here.
Oh yeah.
Get my bearings here. Page.
Oh, I
see. Ends right there.
Okay.
I was a little disappointed because the colors aren't necessarily matching up. So I stitched this little guy right there, and I loved the oranges that are in that picture.
Yeah.
But the colors that are called for are not orange.
Sorry.
They're this.
Oh, what? That's super different. And it's not just if you pulled to a different section of that thread, it's not orange.
No.
What? I don't like it when they do that. I feel like the called for colors should match whatever the sample is.
No. And so far, the rest of it pretty much does match.
Yeah.
You know, I could attribute it to just a different spot in the color of the thread, but these are totally orange.
Huh.
That little one there. And that is totally pink.
Yeah, definitely pink. I mean, it's still pretty, but it's definitely not the orange.
It is, but I kept looking at it thinking, am I in the right spot? It kind of caused me to, yeah. So my goal for these pieces each month is 8 hours, 2 hours a weekend. So eventually I'll get there.
Yeah.
And I start autumn in September. Okay, let me zip here. Okay. I started this piece because I've had it for a while, and then I saw that Gail's Golden Needle and I think Mimi Stitchery is doing this other one, and also Janet Jabber, which is it Music Amongst the Trees by Rosewood Banner? It's big. It's
No, that's the
beautiful.
one I'm doing, but there is another one that they're doing, and I can't remember which one it's called.
I can't either.
But it's different than the one
Oh, and a Forest Grew. I think it's And a Forest Grew.
Yeah, that's the one.
And it's one of those ones that I look at on the cover and I think, oh yeah, it's a pretty pattern. And then every time Janet Jabber shows hers, I'm like, I really want to do that piece too. I haven't seen Gail's for a while, I don't think. But I had started kind of in not solidarity, but stitching along with them. I had bought this a long time ago. Seasons of the Trees. It's a much older pattern, I think, than what they're stitching. But I started over here in spring. And I'm on page. So I stitched page 1 and 6. I went down. So their layout is 1, 6. So now I'm starting page 2. And then I'll just, because it kind of goes downward. So I started summer. I started this tree right here.
Oh, I see. So you're moving over that direction.
I'm missing the color though. There's supposed to be pink in there, and I don't know where it went. So I'll have to go. To go to the store.
Because you probably packed it away.
I packed my thread away last night. I thought, I'm not going to need any threads. Anyway, so I worked on that a little bit, but I really do like that. Although I haven't looked again at what the saying is in the middle of that piece. And the Forest Grew, there's a big circle in the middle. Janet Jabber said she was going to put something else in that center. She was going to have some other saying.
Here,
you need to tell us what it is you're going to do, because now I'm curious.
I'm looking at it right now. It's huge.
It is huge, but it is stunning. And I'm a tree girl. I love trees.
I can't read the thing from the pattern picture.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
The Lord God to grow every tree that is pleasant to the something. I can't. It's the Bible verse.
Oh, maybe I'll leave it there. Maybe I would like the verse.
Yeah, I can't. I think it's about the trees, the creation of the trees or something from Genesis, but I can't really read it very well.
Right. So I worked on this one. So I've kind of been pulling out a lot of my.
The website says what it is. It's out of the ground may the Lord God to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good food. The tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And she has a little message. This is on the Everything Cross Stitch website. Anyway.
Who had that message?
Karen Kluba, the designer.
Oh.
Put a message. I can read it. The message from Karen says, the inspiration for this design, the one that we're not stitching, came from doing research on trees for samplers. I found many different shaped trees, and a forest grew. Mother Nature has blessed us with a myriad of trees, different colors, different shapes, and different leaves. This design is a way of saying thank you to Mother Nature for the trees that give us beauty, shelter, and shade. Enjoy.
Okay.
There's other on this website. There's other artist statements on her other pieces.
Oh, really?
I've never seen that before.
Which website are you on?
Everything Cross Stitch.
Oh.
So I'm doing Music Amongst the Trees. Let's see.
Yes.
Artist statement.
Which I also love.
Well, you gave me that one.
Maybe I'm just going to have to. And I have another tree one by her.
Yeah, she's got
That's a lot. That reminds me of the one I gave you.
I can't find it. They don't have that one on their website. So.
Okay. Well, I also worked on a Mirabilia Thanksgiving Harvest Fairy. I have bought most of the series. They were kits. Now you can find the patterns, not the kits. And she is gorgeous. And I don't think I really knew she existed until I saw last year, gosh, almost a year ago, because I think Carolyn Zook started it around last Thanksgiving. But I think she is just stunning. So I'm doing her on a piece of 32 count vintage Stormy Night, and I did a lot on her because I think up until this last week I had only done up to here. I did her face and I've started her wings.
Pretty.
Yeah, it's really pretty, and I love stitching on Lugana. So once I get going on these, it's hard for me to stop. And then just two more. I worked on my Lenarte 4 Seasons. I don't have the picture for it. It's huge. This thing is huge. I can't. I mean, this fat, you guys.
Marjolaine Bastien one. Oh wow, that is huge. Oh my God.
So this little bit that I've done. This is a tiny little bit in the corner. I mean, it's in the big scheme of things.
Tapestry is what you're making there.
So I worked on this.
Pretty. Those daffodils are
the
nice.
daffodil. Yeah. Yeah. I love it. It's fun to work on. It's just a lot of fabric to manage. Sorry, I got my needle in my mouth.
Probably need like a Q-snap with those. So you can wrap it up around it, and then you don't stitch that all.
This piece and my Advent SAL piece. They're huge pieces of fabric.
Yeah.
Okay. And then this one I actually do. I don't think I showed this because I don't think I had it yet. It's part of my haul. It was part of my haul. It's a new bag I got because of my WIPCO. I had a bingo. So my reward to myself is a project bag. And this is from Black Cat Stitchery. And it was a fish. And I bought it kind of, well, she didn't have a lot of choices on her website. And then she went ahead and updated it after I ordered it. But my dad loves fishing, loves talking about fishing. He was a fisher. So I kind of got it in
Can he still do that, do you think? If somebody took him out? Yeah, that's something that people would really enjoy.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping that once we get settled and your dad isn't having to spend every moment of the day painting and fixing things, they'll have time to go do some things. But right now, dad, basically your dad, my husband, is working on our house. He's painting and and when you paint and you change color from a cream to a white, you have to change all your outlet covers, all your switches. He's upgrading our thermostats to more, I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. Anyway, modern. I guess that's the word. Anyway, so it's a lot of work. And then I did have a new start. I had bought this a while ago at my needlework store. Denise had stitched a Nora Corbett on this spiderweb fabric from Rogue Stitching. And so I had bought the fabric and then I bought a pattern. So I'm stitching, her name is Anna. And I'm stitching it on this crazy, gotta make sure I got this going the right way. Yeah, fabric right in the middle of it. There, that's my start. I started it. Whoops, where did she go? There she is. Mimi Stitchery started Electra. I think her name is Electra. A couple of weeks ago, and I said, "Oh, I'll start one with you too." So I started Anna. So this is her bodice, and this is basically I started like right here where her dress comes out.
Right. Oh,
I am not a fan of center starts because I don't like stitching up. I like stitching down, but I needed her to be centered on this huge piece of fabric, which I probably won't end up using all of it. But anyway, this is like a linen, so it's not the easiest for me to work on. I definitely do better on, what is this? 32 count spider web.
So cool though. So cool.
It is cool. It's kind of fun, something different. And that is really, I think, all I stitched on. I did knit, but it's my shawl that I've been working on for a while. You're getting close to being done, but
yeah,
I'd like to be closer.
Oh, that's Millie's. Okay. Are you sure? Do you have?
Oh, this is a new bag too. Sorry. I actually have 2 whip goes, so I got 2 bags. This one is from.
Do I have 2 whip goes? Did everybody get 2?
I don't know.
Oh,
This
I
is
do.
Hot Dog Goose.
How do you have 2?
Don't I?
Are yours not in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Are they in order or no?
I have one from. Second.
Finish one of your whip go goals for this month already?
Yes, 20. Yes.
Oh, you finished one of your whip go goals already this month, so that makes sense.
Yeah, that's why. So I have one. Okay, so one of my whip goes is the one going across the bottom.
Yes, okay, I will have
Where my
one.
bingos, that one, and then I have this one.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm way ahead on those Quaker ones because I've been working on. So this is this bag has got little fireflies and stuff.
Cute.
But this fabric, I think it's the stuff inside. It glows in the dark.
Oh, fun.
Look at the little animals in the trees.
Cute.
I don't know. It's kind of a whim. So I think both of those came since we recorded last.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you didn't have them to show last
I
time.
think I had ordered one of them a while earlier, but it hadn't come yet, so I didn't talk about it.
I see.
I think is what happened, and then they both ended up coming. So, yeah. So what have you been working on?
Well, I've been definitely do not have as many variety of things as you do, but probably because I was largely the first week working on my rooster. Today I was working on my Shores of Hawk Run Hollow on this piece right here.
Uh-huh.
Once again, my choice to do blue comes back to bite me in the booty.
Why?
It's just not as popping. The white isn't as popping. As
Oh, the blue fabric. I thought you meant the.
Yeah, the blue fabric. It shows up better than I thought it would. But if I were going to stitch this again, which I will never stitch it again, or one time it's going to be enough for me, I would not choose blue. I don't know what I would do because I like it on blue. I feel like it goes well, except some of the blues and the white are hard to see. But most of this house is white, or it's blue, and so the white will pop on.
It'll pop, yeah.
It's just the railing and the chimneys.
Yeah.
Those flowers, I might choose to do those a different color. I'll keep the sailboats white.
I'm kind of worried about that next one though, with all those white sails.
I know that I'm worried about that too a little bit. So I don't know what to do. I don't know if I just need to backstitch some more of this.
Is there a different white that would show up better?
I feel like
would 3865 show up better? I
could try it and see. I think I'm using B5200. I am using B5200, I think, and
which is supposed to be a bright one, but
you can see it. It's just
I can see it.
It just doesn't have the same dramatic light effect as on the brown.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
That was going to be the case because it's not like I chose. It's not a super pale blue. It's what is this one? Do you remember?
What's your
Stormy Night, or is it here? It's right here.
No, was it platinum? Huh?
Sterling, which it is a beautiful fabric, and for the most part, it looks really good on it.
Well, your house shows up, the white house.
Yeah, but it's outlined. But it does show up that it's stitched, at least. It doesn't look outlined.
Show the pattern again. Where could you outline on those ships? Just outline the sails?
All the sails, probably. Which is an option. I could outline them with a gray even, so it wasn't super dramatically black.
Do you have any canned plums? Or are they all gone?
They're all gone.
Okay.
Why?
While we were picking plums off the ground, I was going to show her what you do with the plums.
Oh.
Okay.
I think they're all gone.
Give me
a hot mess express today.
There we go.
Look, it's your turn to be chaotic. The last few weeks, it's been my turn. So far, my house is all calm, but yours.
Your house, your girls are gone.
Well, if you have any suggestions, what I should do, or if there's a white that I should try, leave me a comment because I think That's the only other one. This one has the white sails. I could do the flowers a different color. I'm not too worried about that. The sails I would keep white. I think everything else is going to be okay, except the chimneys might be a little. But this one is the one I'm worried about. I changed the white. I changed this to a gray. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, I don't remember
That's
that.
why
Okay.
that isn't an issue, because I knew that the white was going to have a hard time showing up. And of course, anything that's surrounded by color shows up fine, which is pretty much the rest of this is going to be like that. Oh, except for this, I guess. But all the other white is surrounded that I have to do, except this. I'll also probably change the blue of the water to be more another color.
I would do a darker blue, yeah.
Yeah, I think I will. But then I'm going to run into whether this will show up. So color conversion suggestions, welcome. Or other problem solving strategies for the white. I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, you can see the seagulls in that first one. You can see the lighthouse. It's not awful. It just doesn't pop off the page like I wish it did.
Yeah.
And if I were doing it over again, I would not do it this way.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm sorry, honey. It's kind of a bummer.
It's okay. I mean, I don't hate it. I feel like I'm always like, should I do the white or should I do something different? And then that is I ended up doing Magazine Monthly. Robin, you will Carolyn, you will not, I'm just looking at mine because it says Forest for Robin's birthday. Carolyn, you will not have to come show up at my door and insist that I do it, like you said in your comment, because I am doing it, but not because I was afraid of you. I needed a little more direction this month. So this month also, my Whitgo piece, one of them is my Hade. So this is Tiny Traveler from Hade. It's an Annie Stagg painting, and I finished the whole first page, and I started in on the very top of the second page.
Yay!
Yay! So you can see when I hold it back a little better, the leaves. Am I holding this right? Yes, I am holding it right.
Wow, that's an accomplishment.
This is such a tiny part of this piece. You guys, there's like 77 pages. So I did one of like 77. I'm almost to 2% done. I'm at like 1.8% of the whole project done.
See, that's where I think Pattern Keeper can be kind of depressing.
Well, it's helpful, I guess. I'm not having to manage 77 pages of paper, I guess. But anyway, I'm proud of how it's coming out. I think it's looking nice.
Yeah, that's an accomplishment to get a page done.
Yes, my tension is a little bit off, and I can see what people are saying about like why people go diagonal. So I was thinking I might do this and then work. Oh, sorry, you can't see what I'm showing. I might do this page and then work diagonally after that. But I'm not sure how to manage. I'd have to watch videos on how people park their threads when you're doing it like that. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I guess you would just park it diagonally.
Like, do they do a square here and then 2 squares here? But which square do you choose to park your thread in?
This is why my Hade is packed.
Like when I've been going side to side, I just know I'm going to park it as, like here. Because I know when I get down to here, I'm going to have that thread that I need. But if I was going to maybe I'm sure somebody will leave a comment, but I'm sure I probably need to watch a couple of videos. So if anybody has a recommendation on how to, I don't even know what that technique is called, where you work diagonally.
I don't know if it has a name. Does it have a name?
I have no idea. I just know I've seen people share doing their big pieces that way, but I don't know how to do that.
Well, we've got plenty of people that watch us that have done Hade, so I'm sure somebody will have some kind of advice.
I'm sure. So advice is also welcome for that piece. Mm-hmm. I don't need advice for this one, surprise. I finished the rooster. Let me show you.
Yay!
Oh, Amy took the watering can somewhere.
It's in our bedroom.
Oh, it's in our bedroom.
There's my rooster. I didn't get anything else done, just the rooster.
He is fantastic.
Big progress on this.
You had a long way to go. You got a lot done in 2 weeks.
I did. I didn't have any feet done. And I think I hadn't done something in here.
I don't think you done any of the tail.
I haven't done any of I think I might have outlined this, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
The whole tail, I did his eye, and I did his feet this week. Well, I had it done a week ago. I had it done by the end of July.
Yeah, that's great.
I don't have all the threads I need for my August piece. I thought I had bought them, so I didn't make an order. I thought I had ordered a few months more ahead than I had.
You probably did, just the months have gone by.
I know. So I think I had ordered up through July. So I haven't started my August piece because I'm missing the Gentle Arts threads that I need. But I'm going to stitch it on this Silvery Moon. And I think I am. I might change them. I might tea dye it so I don't have that issue with the white. I might make it a little brownie mottled, actually.
What color is your fabric?
Well, right now it's the Silvery Moon, but I think I'm going to model it. I think I'm going to tea dye it.
Yeah, you want something
in there.
Yeah.
This is so cute. Otherwise, I think I'll end up running into the same issue. This is, they stitched it on Ancient Linen by Picture This Plus. I think all of theirs are on that, maybe, this series. So I need to start it because I really do like that one too. But I need to pull it. I think I probably have some of the DMCs that are called for, but I don't have the two. Gentle Art. So I've been meaning to call Denise at your thread store and see if she.
I was just there. I should have called you.
I should have asked. Yeah, I didn't even think.
By the way, here, this is coming to you.
Bag full.
It's all my dyes.
Oh, fun.
I can't bring you can't bring open liquids. You can't bring dye. You can't ship dye. Our shipper doesn't want dyes.
Oh, I see.
And I mean, I could smudge it and they wouldn't know, but I thought, you know what? I don't dye that often anymore. That I thought, oh, you and the girls would love to have that dye.
Yeah, I would probably use it.
Yeah, play around with it. But yeah, it's sitting here ready for me to go put in my pile for Sarah. Sarah loves it when I come with all my stuff.
The other thing I feel like I made big progress on is my Emily Call, her new piece, You Are the Bee's Knees. I think I had just started this and had like you can't really see, but
I think you had a couple flowers done or something.
I had like the yellow flower and some of the
cute
lining done. So
look at that.
And I'm starting on the little beehive. And I'm stitching in this on a green Aida. I'm kind of wishing I had gone side to side, but I actually don't mind. I think it's fine. I don't know. It didn't even occur to me that I think when I looked at it, I didn't even notice that there was sort of a pattern of vertical versus horizontal to the dye, to the oatmeal. I don't know. So I kind of wish I had done it so that the gray was kind of going that way.
Not showing up on the camera for me.
Oh, it's
just
not.
Like,
Can you see now versus this? Oh, okay. Well, if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is kind of like that oatmeal type fabric where it's like brown and it has darker brown or gray. Yes. This is the same, but it's just green.
Oh.
Pattern, if it's not showing up, the pattern of the gray goes this way. So I'm stitching it so that it's vertical, which I think it's fine. I only really notice it when I show it on, because I can see it on my camera. When I'm stitching it, I don't notice it. So I guess it's fine. But it's really cute. I really like it.
Cute.
It's really fun. I have a hard time stopping working on that one when I've got it going. And then the last thing I worked on is my alpaca farm. And
little dancing alpacas.
Blue flower. Here's the drum when it's done. And I actually am working on that barn. So I'm over there.
Oh, you've gotten there.
I've gotten there. I'm doing it on 40 count 1/1. That's a new thing for me. And I love how dainty it is.
It's pretty cute.
I called for like size because if I do a drum, I wanted it to turn out the right size.
Yeah.
I did all that.
You got to do a drum. You got to do the drum.
Yeah, I think I will do the drum. I mean, that's part of what I love about this piece. And I probably will finish it with as close to the same trims and things.
Yeah.
In fact, I actually think that I haven't worked at all on my little, what's it called? Wool work that I showed last time. I didn't work on that this week, but I think one of the fabrics, I wonder if I have any extra from something that looks like that. That'd be cute to use.
Oh, really? Oh.
Anyway, so I think I had the barn started last time, but I finished up as far as I could.
Maybe barely, because.
Yeah, I think I had.
I don't know, because I feel like maybe just that grass was done.
Well, when I picked it up this week, well, maybe I had worked on it after I showed it.
Oh, maybe. I just remember talking.
I feel like I remember talking about the fact that I was going to stitch it up and down rather than.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I think I had at least started. I had only maybe done an outline of the gray and then maybe a couple rows. But I like how that looks. But I'm going to do it horizontally over here, so it looks like boards going this way. I mean, it might not look like that, but
well, on something so tiny, it might not, but it might.
yeah, this is not a very variegated thread. That red is. I mean, it has it does, but it's not like really static.
It's kind of an orangey color.
Yeah, orangey red. Yeah, mostly orange. I think of it as orange, but I feel like on here it's reddish. So that's everything I worked on this week. And I think all of those are on my magazine monthly goals. Yes, and then plus a couple more.
What happened here?
Did you lose me? You're still here.
Yeah, like some pop-up. You want to allow this app to make changes to your device? No. PowerShell. I've never even heard of PowerShell.
That's not good.
No. I was just going to show you.
Like the Mariners one.
Oh, did they?
Maybe. Or maybe there's a lot of jazz happening in my living room.
My magazine monthly is Summer Quaker, Hoity Toity, which is my Whipco call. Halloween Quaker, which is going to be a new start. I showed it last week. Seasons of the Trees, and then that Autumn Squirrel by Barbara Anna.
Oh yeah.
Shepherd's Bush Ornament. I didn't meet my goal on that, and that's my focus piece for forest. And my reasoning is there was animals in the forest and there's animals in the manger.
Sure, why not?
I'm making it work. It's the only magazine piece I've got going right now.
Well, yeah, mine's not even a magazine piece. I just chose to do my stocking because it's definitely a forest. And I would like to make some progress on that. And then the only other thing that I didn't already show that is on my plan for the month is my Dimensions Valley of the Riverbeck, which is my other Whipco goal. Oh, hi.
She's back.
Back. Are you
Say hi, people. Say hi, friends. Hi, friends.
Are you gonna cross stitch when you're bigger? Yeah.
Can you do this?
Yeah. Gotta learn.
Okay. Do you need to go get your snack? I'll be done in a little bit. I'll come out and see you. Okay. I'll be done in a little bit. Go get your snack. Sorry, Hoss. Okay.
She's so cute.
So Penny's daddy, my son, is painting the very upper reaches of our skylights because I don't want my husband on the extension ladder.
I don't want your husband on the extension ladder either.
Yeah. So anyway, but he brought Penny over and she knows how to open doors now.
Oh, she came in herself.
Yeah. She's so funny. What were we saying? Oh,
well, those are my whole plans. I don't have any other. Well, other than start my August piece, which I need to.
What's your Whipco?
It's the Dimensions, the Valley of the Riverbeck, and
that's what you were saying when I got interrupted by.
I think those are the two. Hi. They won. The Mariners won.
Sorry, guys, for all the activity in and out of my room.
That's okay. It's just your turn.
I know. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm gonna work on my magazine monthly, and I'm gonna spin my arbitrary August wheel. And just kind of play it by ear. My 25/7 is gonna stay the Advent SAL.
Oh, that's why you have much progress on that. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. I just keep working on that.
Which reminds me, Heather was saying in a comment, Heather Miller said it would be fun. She was saying, isn't it funny the different tricks that we use to motivate us to like make progress? And she listed a few like 25/7 or just stitch one letter
or a thread. I've seen people recently talking about putting one thread in. She talked about dividing up into sections, and I had never heard of that method until I just watched Janet Jabber talk about that piece again. And A Forest Grew. She took a working copy and she divided it up with a pen, and there's 12. So she's working on one section at a time.
And has like a timeline goal for finishing.
She must, yeah. I think she does. Like this section needs to be done by the end of the month or whatever. So yeah.
I haven't seen that before either.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of that one. I've heard about the one thread a day.
I kind of did that with my rooster. Like, I'm gonna finish this by this week. I'm gonna finish the tail by the end of the month. Like, but I don't think I've ever like thought about like mapping it out on a working copy.
No, she did it on like 12 separate.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think they're hanging light fixtures now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
What
like
are
that.
other strategies that you use? 25/7 is one.
That's kind of a biggie
You're
for me.
spinning.
The wheel, spinning the wheel, that really motivated me in July because I had different days and lots of different pieces. So I felt like I was touching a lot of different things.
Yeah.
So I would say 25/7 and spinning the wheel is the two things that I think, well, Magazine Monthly helps too. Although I kind of flake out. I've been kind of flaking out on my focus piece each month. Like I didn't work on those ornaments. I should have, but I just didn't feel like it. I was kind of in a fall mood. I was working on.
Yeah. You notice that there's a lot of fall pieces on your August board.
There are. Yeah.
One of the things that I used to do more of, I think we both did kind of early on in our watching of Flosstube, was joining in on like a theme of the day stitch. So like, because I remember when we first started watching Flosstube, our first was Priscilla and Chelsea, and they had like hashtags that they kind of
Merry Monday, Winter.
And I wouldn't necessarily, share the hashtag, but it would be like I would work on like, Christmas on Monday, Halloween, but I stopped doing theirs because I didn't stitch the same categories that they did.
We had our own.
So then we had our own for a while. They might even still be listed sometimes in our description box, but I haven't used those for a while. But now I'm talking about it thinking maybe that would be a good way to motivate myself. It's just a fresh, it could be a different.
It helps to kind of rotate what you're using to motivate you too. Like we had wheels before and I quit using the wheel, and all of a sudden the wheel was super motivating to me, right? Or like when we do Bring Go, that's super motivating. Carolyn,
but it might not be every month. Like I might not like that every month, that amount.
Yeah, but I know Bring Go and
ABC Go
are really motivating to me.
Mm-hmm. But it would be overwhelming to try to do that every month, all year.
Right. Before a month, it's really fun. By the end of the month, you're like, whew, glad that's over. But
now I can stitch whatever I want.
Yeah. But it was really fun doing it and marking that off each day. I'm a big list checker. I love checking off. And even in my planner here, I put in for my, I'll show you. So here's my Quakers right here. I have boxes each month so that I can literally check off those boxes. This is this Advent
like
SAL.
Per hour, you have like 8 boxes.
One box is 1 hour. So obviously May was a loser month, but so that box checking is a big thing for me. My phone, my to-do list, it's the same every week, and I just take the check marks off and I just put the check marks back on each week. Do my pills, do Grandpa's pills, do and I do the little green check mark. And this is this bottom part is things I need to start packing, and I've got check marks by them. So for some reason, I used to have paper lists all the time, but I like having it on my phone.
Yeah, I use my phone for organizing too.
I lose tablets all the time. I've got a bunch of steno tablets for like menu planning, and I've got like 3 of them floating around.
Yeah, I do too. I don't. Yeah. I've started condensing into one. I call it. I like. There's a gal I take like organization courses from. Anyways, she calls it a brain dump notebook, and I try to have one of those and just kind of put everything in there so I can find it. And then I've been starting a binder for more like long-lasting planning types of things. But then I recently just started, after my friend visited, she showed me her bullet journal that she uses. That that I know that's a whole big thing, and I've never gotten into that, but I had a journal that was like that. Somebody gave me something that was a similar format, and I liked that because it's paginated, so you can like make a table of contents, like what would be an example? Well, like my monthly cycle, I can just keep that in one page for the whole year and easily flip to it and mark it, rather than, because the problem, I was doing some of that kind of stuff, like stuff I needed to keep track of in different things on my phone, but then I get overwhelmed by the app. So, but I do use my phone a lot. The other thing that I think is really motivating, I do the spinner sometimes, but I haven't I just needed to do nothing for like a month. But I do set, I haven't filled this all out yet since I just
your multi-timer.
But I use this multi-timer for cross stitching all the time, where I set, like this month I'm trying to work 3 hours on my Shores of Poplar and Hollow. So I set a timer And every time I'm working on it, I just start that timer and it just keeps track. And then when it gets to 0, I know I'm done with that goal and I can cross it off. That like took away the mental load of having to like keep track of how much I'd really worked on it. I just know.
By 25/7, I just set my alarm on my phone for 25 minutes.
And then turn it off.
And I just turn it off. And it's kind of just set there all the time.
Yeah.
Then I know I got and I worked a little bit longer a couple of times because I was in the middle of a certain area and I wanted to finish that area before I put it away. So I think, yeah.
But now I'm kind of thinking about that daily, I don't know if I would call it a hashtag because that makes it feel like I'm going to share. I don't feel like I need to share what I work every day. I can't remember to take a picture before and after, like
a daily theme. Just do you can actually have
think about it as a theme. Mm-hmm. I kind of like that idea. Like,
and if you've got several pieces for each theme, then you can put them on a wheel. If you don't want to have to decide.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I feel like there's this pull towards being a monogamous stitcher again a little bit. Like I think when I start to do school planning, I think by the end of summer, I get a little choice overload, like a little decision fatigue. Yeah. So I need to figure out something this month and next month that just takes all the decision out of that.
Your wheel.
I really enjoy making decisions about school, but then when it comes to cross stitching, I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I just pull out whatever, like, which is also 100% fine. But then I'm not making progress on the things like I know I really want to make progress on it.
And I think a lot of stitchers have lots of different methods. And I was thinking about Carolyn Zook when we were watching Carolyn Zook. I feel like a couple of years ago was super regimented. I love you, Carolyn. This is not a diss on you at all, but like she very had her planners and she had like videos out. But I feel like she's kind of loosened up a little bit on her stitching. So she's kind of maybe cycled out of that a little. I mean, she's still tracking. I mean, she still knows how many hours she stitched a month. And I don't keep those kind of stats, but I at least lately when I've watched her videos, there's been less emphasis on her planner and her goals for the.
So behind still, I haven't watched any Flosstube this week.
Yeah, it's just more like she did Tour de France, so that was something that she just kind of did. But I don't know how to describe it, but I just feel like I'm not hearing
still
about
really goal oriented. But well, Carolyn, you tell us, is that a choice that you've made? That's something you've noticed about yourself? I know.
Yeah, maybe I'm misreading it. I know she was talking about, at the beginning of July, she had this many whips. At the end, she had this many. So I know she's still tracking
all of that.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I just feel like there's been a little bit of a shift. So I know other stitchers do the same thing.
Oh yeah.
I was just watching somebody not long ago that was doing the one thread a day, but that doesn't, to me.
That's not appealing, but I could imagine it being appealing if I was working on a monochrome piece.
Yes.
That would be motivating for me. I'd be like, well, this is all black. I'm going to just put in one thread of black today. But it doesn't feel appealing because I don't really have a lot of those pieces. I have like all my pieces right now are all very multicolored. So it'd be like, well, I don't have enough stitches in one spot to fill up the whole thing.
Yeah. 25/7 is pretty motivating to me because it's enough time to kind of get a little bit done. And I don't start my timer till I've got my hoop in and my needle threaded and then I go. I don't let my timer start.
I can't believe that is time spent on it because that's brain time for me.
Well, I get it all set up and then I go.
That's funny. Well, it makes sense because then you're actually like making 25 minutes of progress.
Carolyn is doing, and I think Melanie was hosting this too, but I haven't heard a lot of people talking about it. But I haven't watched a ton of different Flosstubers, but year of whips too. So I know she is focusing on getting some whips done.
Oh yeah.
You picked how many pieces that you had going that you wanted to get done in that year. So I do think Carolyn's doing that.
Yeah, that's a nice. I could see that being motivating to me.
I kind of signed up for that and then forgot about it.
A lot of really big ones right now, I feel like.
Yeah. I think I had
like, hey, I'm not gonna
I think I was gonna do it as like finish 4 things. Well, I mean, I finished at least 3 small things recently. I mean, and I wouldn't say, this is small, but it was a lot of color changes and it was a lot of counting and Blackbird was small, but it had a border and it had, so I feel like those would have been worthy pieces to put on a whip go, not a whip go, but a year of whips. So yeah, if anybody watching us is also doing Year of Whips, let us know, because I kind of forgot about it and I was focused more on 25/7.
Yeah. Well, and if you have other like
tips,
like trick yourself into finishing or making progress that we haven't said, or if we've said your favorite, you can comment that too, because maybe we'll get some other like tools in our tool belt or toolbox.
Yeah, because I feel like the sections, like I was talking about the 12 sections Janet did, I'd never even heard of that until she showed that. But it sounds like other people have been doing it. Like she heard about it from somebody else, and I thought, oh, I like that idea.
Yeah.
Although like my season of the trees is more linear, so I wouldn't necessarily do that. I mean, I could
just jogged around, you know.
I could, I set a goal. I'm going to get this section done. I've got to just poke it along. I might do something like that for my seasonal piece that I want to start next year. Those Jardine Privé seasons on that one piece of fabric. Maybe I'll do something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, Tina from Tina Stitches is doing a stitching shelf, which is that Haid that I started. I just don't understand. Tina, I just bow to you because I don't know how you do this, but she started that Haid in the middle. Mm-hmm. And she did a season, and now she's just
doing it on a gridded fabric.
No, I don't know if she gridded it.
Really? Oh.
I don't think
I was going to say, I could imagine moving around with my Haid.
She's dropping down like whole sections, like shelves.
But if you're really carefully counting to make sure you are.
I know, but it's like.
I know, that would be scary though. I would be intimidated.
On a piece that big? Yeah. I don't know how you do it, Tina. I don't.
She's done how many Haids?
I know, she's like a pro, but still. And I'm sure if she made a mistake, she would just. You know what I've started doing when I found mistakes recently?
What's your trick now?
This is a trick. This will save you time.
To save lady time.
I just stitch over with the right color.
I've done that before. I definitely did that on my Haid a few times.
I just tighten it up real tight so you can't see that color underneath. Works like a charm.
I have done that before. Yep. Just in case. Not like for sections, just like small amounts.
Right. I did
it on stitch or something.
What did I do it on recently? I just did it not that long ago. Oh, I can't remember now.
I'm sure we're not the only ones to be lazy correctors.
There's your big tip for the day.
That's another trick you didn't know.
Save on that froggy. Oh, it was like a piece that if I had to rip it, I would have to go so far back that I was like, oh yeah. Just recently. I've done it in the past, but I've done it a lot more recently than I ever have.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
thicker stitch there.
Yeah. Tell us what your tricks and tips are. We need to know some more things to make stitching
faster.
Easier.
I don't know. Easier, yeah. Oh, yeah. Do you have
any haul? I know you have haul because your cotton and twine came, you said.
I know, but I packed it.
Oh, you packed it. Oh.
But I did take a picture of it. Okay. It is what was it? I'm lost my train of thought now. Thinking about stitching it. I did take a picture of it. Where did I take it? Okay. It is a C1.
Oh.
It's a long skinny, and the top piece says ocean waves and sunny days. It's kind of light.
Oh, cute. Well, that's different.
You see that?
Yeah, that's cute.
And it came with little it came with some popcorn that I was eating before we started Flosstubing, and some little parasol umbrellas for drinks.
Oh, fun.
And a little notebook.
Cute.
So I did pack that away, but I did get some. Phone's wet because it's sitting in condensating soda water. I don't think I showed this last time. Did I have my fabric for my autumn Quakers yet, or did I just talk about it?
I don't remember now.
I think I just got it. Doubloon for my autumn Quaker. That's there. I had talked about this. I had originally got vintage Stormy Night.
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't think
but I'm going to do it on the called for because I just feel like I should do it on the called for. So that's going to start in September.
Really fallish, be pretty.
Yeah, I figured it just once I decided that I was going to do all 4 seasons, and I realized that all of them had kind of a seasonal fabric to them. I thought, okay, I need to stick with the theme. So that came, and a another piece of vintage. I bought a big piece of vintage Stormy Night. It's a 27 by 36 piece because they had it in. There are times that I try to look for that and I cannot find it for love nor money. And then when they have it, I just buy it. I pulled this pattern out and bought the supplies for it the other day. It's nothing major, but it's by a Ukrainian designer also, by SV Stitch, and Svetlana, I think she's Svetlana Nermatskaya, and it's just a cute little one, and it's called Autumn is My Favorite Color, and it's this cute little elephant with the little leaves.
Oh, that's
and
cute.
I just thought, oh, he's so cute. And I've had him in my folder, and I thought I'm going to start him sometime. So I just bought a vintage cream linen, but the colors are super cute. There's lots of pinks and
those are
colors in it. Yeah, I got that the other day, but I also did get a tiny piece of vintage Stormy Night to maybe try it on. I think I'm not going to though, because there's too much gray in the elephant. So I think I'll go with the cream. But I did splurge. I did feel the need to splurge. I had some money gifted to me a while back that I just been hanging on to. And sorry, I just don't want to lose this stuff in the mess that is my house right now. My Threadneedle Street store, she does carry Shepherd's Bush kits, and so I splurged and bought 3 of them.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, their pictures are horrible, because they're Shepherd's Bush and they're hard to see, but the first, you can look them up. The first one I got is called Sage Snowman. So it's on a sagey fabric. And the saying on it says, we can build a snowman, and it's going to be very hard to see, but can you see him?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see him. Oh.
So I got him, and just put him back in there. I'm taking them out of the packaging because I don't want the glare, because they're hard enough to see. And these are just, this one is called Snow Queen. And she's on that color fabric.
Pretty.
And there's some gold threads. And she is something that I don't know if you'll be able to see her. She's the most muted. Can you see her?
I can see her.
Yeah.
Cute.
And then the last one is called Wisteria Snowman, and it says In the Meadow. So, and this is on a wisteria color. It's blowing out, but it's a kind of a lavender gray. I was only going to get this one, and part of it's because my mom's house, my mom and dad's house, my mom has a wisteria bush that she loved and that a friend had given her a start, and it's overtaken a portion of the back patio, and it's wound its way into a cedar tree in their backyard. And it was beautiful this summer.
I want to start. If you go up there again before you come over, will you cut me a start?
Yeah, we're going to go up there next weekend, so I'll get you some.
Oh, that is a cute one. That's cute. That'd be cute. It's kind of like post Christmas, and you just want to color.
Yeah, I do have. I think I'm gonna. I took home from her house, by the way. This is kind of off topic, guys, but a couple of her outdoor pots, and one of them is full of succulents, hens and chicks, and I can't move plants.
Oh.
So I was gonna try to bring a bunch of those over to you guys.
Yeah, we'll take any plants and planters.
Yeah, and I think there's some Cora bells and another pot. I think they're called Cora bells.
Are they like bright colored foliage kind of?
No, these are. I'll take a picture and send you the picture of the leaves. They're not coming out.
I went to I think I was telling you before we started recording, I went to the hardware store looking for seeds because I wanted to put a few more carrots and maybe some kale or something in my garden. It's not too late here to do that because our growing season goes into October. But they didn't have any seeds anymore, which is so annoying. But I did get a bunch of on sale plants for my shady flower bed that runs along my house, and some of them were coral bells, which I had decided I was going to get. And here, I'll show you a picture and see if this looks the same.
Oh, here's my mom. This is what my mom's Cora bells look like. This is, sorry. They're red and they're kind of a green foliage. Oh, I don't want to add.
I wonder what those are. Oh yeah, that's not the, well, maybe that's,
Sorry.
and they're called Cora bells.
They're called Dulce Spearmint Corabels.
Corabel. I can't.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we went to the same website because I got the same. These are coral bells.
Coral. Oh, coral, not coral. No, these are coral.
Coral bell. Those are another kind of coral bell?
They say coral.
Coral bell. Okay. I don't think I've ever seen any that flower like that. They tend to like shade, I think. Was hers in a shady or a sunny spot?
She had them over on the side of the driveway where the rockery was, on the other side between her house and John's house. They were in a pot there.
They're like one of the things that people will plant for color in their shady beds. And so I got a few of those dark purple ones for like $6 for a big pot of them. And they're perennials.
I think there's a lot of different brands. I'm just really bummed I can't
take them.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I mean,
maybe someday come take a clipping of something.
I can maybe take some starts in the back of our car. We won't have room for the pots.
No.
So with the plants in them. So I'll take the plants out, ship the pots empty. Because I want the 2 pots that I have. But yeah, we decided to ship a car. So then we're road tripping with Grandpa. But we're taking Dad's Jeep, and Dad's Jeep's back area isn't as big as my dad's RAV back section, but we can lay a seat down in the back seat of Dad's, and because I'm in the back seat most of the time when I'm not driving. So and we can extend, but I won't have a ton of room to put, because we'll have 3 suitcases. We're taking 6 days to get there.
Yeah.
So I won't have a lot of room. I'll have my cross stitch stuff so I can do stuff in the hotel rooms.
They have some food.
I won't have room for these big ceramic pots in the car. So I'll bring you the starts and you can have them.
Sure.
Maybe what I'll do is bring the pots over to you and we can just dig them out of the pot when we get to your house, when I get to your house, and get the dirt out of there. You can have the dirt.
Sure.
I'll just bring the pots home empty. Pots aren't anything really to write home about. They're just a little bit different than what I've got. So anyway, yeah, you can have the Corabels.
Pretty. I'd be happy to have those because
Will wisteria grow over there by you?
I believe, I've seen wisteria grow.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to figure out where to put it. But I love wisteria. I would love to have
Oh yeah, that one. Well, I sent you pictures of it. It was hanging down,
growing up into this big tree.
Cedar tree. It was hanging down, and yeah, it was gorgeous. That tree's been there that wisteria bush has been there a long time. Oh, I had one other haul. So I had brought some stuff over to Sarah's house and left it. And then she came over and brought the crate back. And I finally unloaded the crate. I thought it just had a bunch of packing paper in it. But then there was a little gift bag and it had a book that I had loaned her. And then it had this little ornament in there. And I'm like, was it supposed to come home with you? And she goes, yeah, Millie made that. I don't think you brought it over here for Christmas.
We forget it. We forgot it. And then I was going to finish it and hand it to you. And I think
so I guess Millie stitches for me for Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
So that was my other haul.
The bottom, I think, just wasn't stitched up or something. I forget. There was something.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's my other haul. Christmas in August.
Christmas in August. Let's see. Plans. How about books? What are you reading?
I've just been reading a page a night, maybe, of that book that I've been reading last summer at the Golden or whatever. I've been staying up late stitching because that's like mental time for me.
Yeah.
So I haven't really been reading anything else. I have a book on dementia that I'm starting to read, but I'm not very far into it. What are you reading?
How much I have left of David Copperfield. I should finish it by the end of this month.
That book is like a doorstop.
I know, it's so big. It's really good. I really like it. I do like I like Charles Dickens. I think, he's kind of verbose, but he tells a really good story. Really good story. So I have about 190 pages left. So if I read 10 a day, 19 days, I'll have it done by the end of the month.
Yeah.
Consistently reading about 10 pages a night before I go to sleep. That's about a chapter usually, somewhere around
I was going to try doing that. Having a percentage on my Kindle.
Yeah, that helps.
I stopped doing it.
Tricks to motivate people. That's picking a number of some kind that I'm going to read per day to get it done by such and such time.
Yeah.
I've talked about that before. That always helps me.
I need to do that more. But
we didn't talk. Do we have a giveaway? I forgot to ask you. It's okay if
Well,
we don't.
yeah, we were gonna do the blackbird.
Oh, that's right. We did talk about that. We didn't choose
We
a
don't
word.
have a word.
Let's see.
I gotta find it. Where did it go? Oh, here it is.
Okay. So we didn't end up having anybody enter,
Itty bitty.
which surprised me that nobody wanted that. So we'll just save it. Offer it again another time.
Yeah, the tiny town hands-on frill, but yeah.
So we decided we'll just save that for another time and offer it again in the future. But today we're going to do a giveaway called it's Spring Fever by Blackbird Designs. And
It's beautiful.
I don't know what word to use.
Bird. Just do the word bird.
Bird. Okay, just leave the word bird in your comment. That's the word I'll search for if you're interested in this Blackbird Designs.
I was gonna stitch this and then I decided not to because I've got so many other things to stitch.
It's so pretty. Their designs.
There we go. Now it focused in really good. Isn't that just beautiful?
It's a really pretty one. And their photography is nice too. They do a nice job with
Mhm. It is stitched with Weeks Dye Works, but it does have DMC conversion.
So you can
There you go.
if
So
you're
use the
interested in
word
this
bird. Bird.
comment.
Bird.
Wait, are we doing plural or singular? We better know for sure. Bird, because that's what I said before. Bird.
Bird. Use the word bird.
Singular. Only one. Bird.
And Norma Hansen, if you're still watching this and not giving up on me, I did a huge mail out. Like I had all my giveaways from February, March, April, May, and June. I did a few weeks ago, several weeks ago, and yours was all ready to go. And when I was sitting at the table doing all those, it ended up behind a chair. And
Ready to the store.
Katie says hi.
okay, why?
We're missing springs that go up to the lake. We thought we had
Sorry.
some up there, but
Okay,
they must have fallen somewhere along the line.
okay. What was I saying? What were they talking about?
Her giveaway got behind.
Oh, yes, I found it behind like my hutch. I don't know what happened. So the envelope is already, so I will get that in the mail to you. I feel bad because it was ready to go a long time ago.
Teddy turned 1 this week.
Teddy, already?
1, my baby. He's so sweet. He had a cold last week, and it was so sad. He would sneeze. He'd have like a sneezing fit. So he would like sneeze, and then in the process of sneezing, he's so low to the ground he would hit his head every sneeze on the ground. Like, no, stop it.
Oh, poor baby.
Like, choop bunk, choop. Like 10 times in a row, we'd pick him up really quick so he could sneeze without smacking his poor little head on the ground.
Poor Teddy. Are you all better now?
He's better now. Haven't heard him sneeze for several days. He's feeling better, and he's back to his normal self.
Is he done with his medicine now?
Yes, everything's healthy. I did give him his parvo shot recently, so I was glad I did that a little while before
I got sick.
cold, because I thought, well, it's probably not one of the really serious diseases if he's just got a little cold. And he didn't act really sick. He was just a little like, he slept a little extra, but he wasn't like not eating or drinking. He is so soft and sweet. I wish you could feel him.
Is he still afraid of Gideon?
Not so much. He kind of plays with Gideon now, and he and Oprah play a lot. Those are our other 2 dogs. We have a big giant dog. Gideon, he's a livestock guardian dog, so he's really big, really furry, old now. He's 10 and he's grumpy. I'm sure his hips hurt. Like, he's just old, big dog problems.
So old for a big dog like him.
He is old. He's still doing okay. He's slowed down a little. He definitely like passed off some of the duties to our other dog, Opal, who's a blue heeler. And she does a little bit more of the guarding, and that's interesting to watch them, their dynamic. Like, he'll bark at something from the house, but if she comes along, he'll let her run off to go chase it off or explore it and let him stay by the house, which is the reverse of what it used to be. He would wait till she would come, and then she would stay at the house while he. Anyway, it's just
And
very.
Teddy, you're not chasing anybody off because you'd be
I don't
bait.
chase off coyotes.
He tried to chase me off the other day when I was coming back from the Zion's house.
He tried to.
Princeton out there barking at me like crazy.
He's freaking out at you, barking at you like crazy. Like, what is that thing?
Oh,
You're so sweet. He is just a sweetheart. He likes to just cuddle like this. He'll just stay like this for a long time. On my neck. Just snuggled. Anyway. Well, I think that's everything.
I think that's everything.
It's a nice long video, so we'll let you go about.
Sorry for the chaos about in my house, but you got to see Penny, so that's fun.
I know that is fun. I got to see Penny, which is fun.
And you got to see Penny, and yeah, can't think of anything else. I'm just gonna work on my magazine monthly and
Keep stitching.
Just keep stitching and knitting. I have my that box back there. It says Merry Christmas on it. It's got my Advent minis. I'm gonna wind them because I want to start that cowl. You know, I've done the Land of Sweets cowl with my minis the last couple of years, but I never wound these this last winter because I was still working on my other. And then I did that other brown cowl, and now I'm doing that shawl. But the shawl is getting close to being done. So
You don't want
I want to look at the camera. Don't make me look at the camera. Daddy, what are you doing?
We'll never. He never will. When we're
Does
like,
he not want to see himself? Does it freak him out to see himself?
he never will. Like, look.
Hey, buddy.
You're all messy again.
Anyway, so I'm going to wind some yarn and get those all ready to go.
Okay. Well, thank you for watching.
Yes.
Our crazy journey.
Be safe.
We really appreciate you. All your comments make us smile. And yeah.
Thank you for the encouragement. Yeah.
Well, happy stitching.